Hey guys, if you click that link, you're completely curious about what there is to do for families here in Teller County. So I'm going to go over 14 of the top best things for kids and families to do here in Teller County, and I'll have a bonus to throw there on the end. So make sure you stay to the end so you get that bonus. What's up everybody, this is James Dean with James Dean Mountain Real Estate and Keller Williams Client's Choice, and I'm an agent right here in the Teller County Woodland Park area of Colorado. If this is your first time to this channel, don't forget to click that button down below. That way you get all the notifications, and make sure you hit that bell too, so you get all the notifications and get to see everything there is to know about living here in Teller County Woodland Park, and hopefully answer most of your questions about that as well. And honestly, I have so many people that are calling me night and day about moving here within the Teller County area. I would love to have you call me as well if you're looking at relocating out here. So make sure you give me a call, 719-304-9772. I'd love to be the agent that has your back on your move out here to the Woodland Park in Teller County and Pikes Peak area. And I'm here for you. So you guys stay tuned, enjoy, and we're going to hit right into 14 of the top things for kids and families to do here in Colorado Springs. And I hope you enjoy it. All right, guys, you guys are wanting to know what there is to do for families and kids here in the Colorado Springs and the Teller County area, Woodland Park area specifically. So this is a big question because lots of folks always talk about all the adult fun that we could have out here with the side-by-sides, hiking, skiing, cross-country skiing, all that fun stuff. But there's some great stuff for families and kids to do here also. Some stuff that I haven't hit on yet, so make sure you listen to the very end. I'm gonna throw a bonus in on the end of one of the things that we love doing out here that's in the local area. But the first one I wanna talk about is the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Sanctuary. That's right out here just between Florissant and Woodland Park. It's an easy drive from Woodland Park. It's right off of Twin Rocks Road, but this is an experience unlike any other I've seen anywhere else. It's really cool. This is actually a wolf sanctuary. They've got some other wildlife there also, but you really got to get there and check this out. They've got the wolves howling on cue. They do guided tours through there. It's really an experience that you would not even believe until you actually get there and get a chance to see it. And it's awesome because you get to get really up close and personal with the wolves. They've even got opportunities, if you want to be able to do encounters with the wolves where you get to go inside some of the holdings with those, or the cages with them as well. And I say cages very loosely. These are very big pens that these wolves are set up in, and it is absolutely phenomenal. It will blow your mind. If you haven't gotten a chance to get any kind of interaction with a wolf, they've got the American gray wolves, they've got Mexican wolves, they've got all kinds of different stuff there, but it's really, really cool, so definitely check that out. So that's one of the first places you definitely need to check out with kids and families here, because you're gonna absolutely love it. And they do things that are really fun, like they've got a Howl at the Moon series that they do around Halloween time, so hearing wolves howl at a full moon around Halloween, that's something else. So definitely check that out. Another thing that's a lot of fun to do here is the Florissant Fossil Bed National Monument. So this is a national monument that's actually in Florissant. It's easy to get to. You get in there and it's a National Park Service, so you'll pay the National Park Service fee. But you get to see these massive petrified wood fossils of these huge old redwood trunks, as well as a bunch of other fossils that have been found within that area. It's a really cool experience. It's really educational as well. Kids love going there and checking this stuff out because, I mean, who doesn't like dinosaurs? And this stuff is from the time of dinosaurs, and you get to see a bunch of different fossils through there too. They also have kid ranger programs as well that you can get your kids involved in, so lots of fun stuff to do family-wise, but it's really cool. You can get out there, see that. There's lots of fun, easy hikes out there too. The only thing you need to watch out for, they don't allow dogs within the actual national monument itself, so make sure you plan for that. There's not a whole lot of places in here that actually require that. That's one of them because they're trying to preserve the history and what's actually set up there. But definitely check out those Fossil Beds National Monument there in Florissant. Another great thing for kids and families is the North Pole Santa Claus's Workshop, and that's really it's right off of the Pikes Peak Toll Road before you get up to the actual toll road itself. So it's down in that Cascade area. Really, really cool thing to do. It's an old antique style carnival. They've also got Santa Claus there year round. So they celebrate Christmas year round, and it's a really cool, fun place to go. I know my niece and nephews love to go there and hang out and check all that stuff out. Really clean, just a good time. Good place to go check stuff out. And while you're there, if you want to, you can continue all the way up the Pikes Peak Toll Road and check out Pikes Peak. That's another awesome thing for families to check out as well. And there's stuff to do along the way, like stopping at different little points to check out views. I do know right now, currently, they do have the very top closed, but that's only because they're building a brand new visitor center up top, which is going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be really cool to check out also when it's done. And that's only temporary. It should be opening up here soon. Another great way to get up to the top of that is the Cog Railway. Cog Railway, bar none, is one of the best things to do out here. It's a good experience. You know, plan to take a full morning or full afternoon off if you're going to do that. You actually hop onto the Cog Railway down in Manitou Springs, but you take that all the way up to the top of Pikes Peak. And you could drive up to the top of Pikes Peak and then stress about burning your brakes out on the way down, which as long as you're downshifting, you'll be fine on that. But you can also take the Cog Railway, and the Cog Railway is a guided trip all the way up to the top of Pikes Peak, and it's a lot of fun too because you get to see wildlife along the way, gorgeous views. You get to see scenery that you don't get a chance to see any other way, and it's a really cool old Cog style railway. They actually just renovated it. They've got new trains, new railway up there. It was closed for about a year, so it's brand new, wide open again. It does book up, so make sure you get reservations on that, but definitely a thing to check out if you're actually, if you're here with family and you want to go do something cool up in the Pikes Peak area. Another great place to go with your family is Mueller State Park. Mueller State Park is it's one of the state parks. It's the only state park, I believe, it's here in Teller County. But it's a really cool place to go. They've got all kinds of stuff up there. They've got the little museum type stuff up there where they talk about a lot of the foliage and the wildlife and all that fun stuff up there in the visitor center, and lots of really cool little hikes. It's also a fun place to go in the early summer, late springtime, because that's when the elk are calving out there, and they will shut off certain trails for that, but you might get a chance to see some of that as well. Mueller State Park also has the largest population of black bears within the Teller County area for sure, and I think it might actually be the state of Colorado. So something to think about too, so you might get a chance to actually see a black bear when you're up there also. So definitely go check that out. They got lots of different guided hikes that happen throughout the year also. So if you want to go out there with the kids and you want to go on an easy guided hike and have a ranger out there that's sitting there describing all the stuff you're seeing, that makes it really educational, a lot of fun too, so you're not just sitting there with your head down hiking. So it kind of interacts with the kids and helps bring that stuff out too. So definitely check that out. You can do a lot of snowshoeing up there in the wintertime as well. Next, one of the big things that lots of families like to go do is a Cripple Creek Gold Mine tour. This is an awesome tour. They actually take you 100 stories down, so 1,000 feet down a vertical shaft to the bottom of an old gold mine. And it really kind of brings back a lot of the Old West type style in history, and you go through this guided tour, and it's about an hour long, but you get to see all kinds of stuff as well as gold veins in it. It's really cool. If you can stand being underground, I know my wife hates claustrophobic areas, so I can't get her to go down in it, but it's really, really cool to go check out. So kids love it too. They get to see actually how gold was mined back in the day. They also talk about some modern types of techniques they use now. It's still an active gold mine out there in Cripple Creek, not the one that you're doing the tour in, but it's the highest producing gold mine within North America currently right now. So you get to learn about a lot of that stuff, and you get to see that too. There's a lot of history up in Cripple Creek for the mining type of expeditions that went through there. And Colorado is rich in that mining history. So go take a look at that, and you get to check that out. Go down and see those things. It's a lot of fun, and it's also super educational. The next super educational thing that's a lot of fun is the Rocky Mountain Dinosaur Resource Center. That is right there in Woodland Park. There are some archaeologists that set this up. They're from Woodland Park, some paleontologists also. It's a lot of fun. You get to go in and see a lot of stuff with dinosaur fossils. You get to see the lab where they're actually taking the fossils and they're cleaning them up and getting them ready to put together, so you can see the full-blown dinosaur also. Tons of really cool things to see in there. Tons of really cool history that you get to go in there too. Kids love going in there, and it's really easy to find. It's right off 24. You get to see the big T-Rex and the Triceratops that are sitting there out in front right off the road. So that's where it is. It's a lot of fun to go do. Kids absolutely love going there. It's super educational, and it's very sciencey, so kids actually, I mean, they love it a lot. I like it a lot too. I think it's a lot of fun, but definitely go check that out. We also have a ton of museums up here in this area, and I've got the notebook here because I want to make sure I list them all out, but these are things you can go check out with your family and kids also if you're up here. So you got the UPass Historical Society Museum. Talks about all the different stuff that's happened in the Ute Pass area. It's a really interesting kind of read, and you get to go in there and see what's actually happened in the area that you're living in or visiting. The Pikes Peak Historical Society Museum, that's another cool one to go check out. The Cripple Creek District Museum, you get to check out about all the camping and all the Old West stuff that's all set up there. And then the Cripple Creek Heritage Center. So those are some things you definitely should go look at. You get to learn a lot about the history of the area you're in, see what these areas look like, you know, back in the old Western times in the 1800s and stuff. There's some pretty cool stuff and pretty cool history that actually happened here. It's not just the big tourist spot and vacation area that it is now. There was a lot of things and reasons why there were actually people that were pulled up here in those 1800s, and it's really cool to kind of check those out and see what those are. Something else that's a lot of fun up here is the Cripple Creek and Victor Narrow Gauge Railway. That's a really scenic tour that you get to check out. It's super high up in the mountains, so you're 9,000 plus feet, getting to ride this narrow gauge railway around, and you get to see some scenery that is hard to be matched anywhere else. So with the hills and valleys and mountains and everything that's around, it's a gorgeous little train ride. I think it's about 45 minutes to an hour typically, but that's up in Cripple Creek too. It's a lot of fun. You get to see a lot of scenic things up there too, and it's just a lot of fun for family. Next is one of my favorites. You've got Cave of the Winds. So Cave of the Winds has some really cool caves, that you get to go look through also that, that are really historical also. You get to go through them. They've got a haunted cave tour. That's a lot of fun also, where they kind of tell ghost stories and all these different superstitious things going down into the caves. You can just go down and do a regular cave tour too. Then on top of the surface, they got all kinds of extreme fun things out there as well. They got a high ropes course that's hanging up over by the cliff. They've got zip lines. They've got a sky coaster that goes over the canyon. They've got Via Ferrat, which if you're not familiar with that, you're actually linked in with a climbing harness, and you're basically climbing along the side of a cliff. So you got your safety harness in so you can't fall, but you're going to get views, and it's a lot of fun. You get to go check all that stuff out too. Cave of the Winds is a lot of high adventure type fun, and they got mild stuff also, but you get to do that and check out the caves too. A lot of fun, very popular, so make sure you reserve spaces for those, because if you don't, you might not get a chance to do what you want to do over there, but that's a lot of fun too, especially in the summertime. They get really, really busy, but definitely check out Cave of the Winds, and that's just down 24 a little bit towards Manitou as well. Lots and lots of fun there. Also in Cripple Creek, you've got the Cripple Creek Rec Center, and that rec center actually has an indoor skating rink. Not known to many people out here, so definitely go check that out. A lot of locals actually like to go up there, so you get to go up to an indoor skating rink. It's in Cripple Creek. It's not going to be as crowded as something down in Colorado Springs. It can be lots of fun too. I don't know if you remember back in the day when we used to go to roller skate rinks all the time. Kids love going to that stuff still also. You can go check that stuff out, but that makes it a lot of fun too. And the last couple things I'm going to talk about, mainly around the Woodland Park area, you got the Woodland Park Aquatic Center. That's an indoor pool. They've got a slide in there also. They've got all different types of lessons, or you can just go in there and hang and play out at the pool. That's a lot of fun stuff too. It's got beautiful views of Pikes Peak, and it's a really cool family area to go to because it's indoor, it's usable year round. So you can go swim laps if you want to while your kids play. You can bring your kids out there just to play in the water. They've got classes to do out there. Another really fun family area, and that's right up there next to the Woodland Park High School. Also, we have all kinds of hikes around the area too. One that's really, really hidden that not many people know about except for the locals here in Woodland Park is Red Rocks, which is up north on 67. That's a really cool, easy hike. You just go in there, park at the parking lot, walk a quarter of a mile, you get up into these areas. It's these beautiful rock formations that pop out. Kids love climbing all over them. It's a lot of fun to see, and it's not really known, and so it's not super, super congested like you see a lot of the places like the Red Rocks down in the Springs, or Gun of the Gods down there in the Springs. Those places get really congested. This one's more of a locals place, so definitely go check that out too. I know we have a plethora of hikes around the area also, and if you're curious about those hikes, I can get you on All Trails, or you can go check those out your own on All Trails, or just look them up online. I mean, there's stuff all over the place, so definitely look at those too. All right, so you waited for this last little bit. This is the bonus. This is the add-on right here. So not in Teller County, but it's easily within driving distance. Lots of fun, and you have to check this place out. Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. Cheyenne Mountain Zoo is a privately owned zoo, and it's in the top 10, if not the top 5, every year in the United States. It is an amazing zoo. They've got a ski lift that'll take you up to the top. It's set on the side of the mountain right there. You can go feed the giraffes, which is a lot of fun. They got lots of interaction. They got penguins that walk around where you are also, so you can actually interact with the penguins, as well as wallabies, which are like tiny little kangaroos that you can go check out too. It's a lot of fun in the wintertime also, because they light up the zoo with a Christmas light spectacular, and that's cool because you get to see a lot of nocturnal animals that you wouldn't normally get a chance to see during the day that are active during the night, like the sloths and stuff like that they pull out, which is a lot of fun too. So you still get to see animals during that. But Cheyenne Mountain Zoo is bar none one of the best places. We've got family that live in Florida. When they come out here, that's one of the places we go every time is to Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. So make sure you definitely check out Cheyenne Mountain Zoo too. So, okay, guys, those are my top 14 things for family and kids to do here in the Teller County and Woodland Park area of Colorado. I hope you enjoyed this. Remember, my name is James Dean. I'm with James Dean Mountain Real Estate and Keller Williams Client's Choice. I'm one of your top agents out here in the Teller County and Woodland Park area. So if you need anything at all real estate-wise, make sure you give me a call, 719-304-9772. Shoot me an email at james.dean@kw.com. Or send that carrier pigeon, whatever you got to do to get a hold of me. I've got your back when you're moving out here to the Woodland Park area, and I will be on your side for any kind of real estate needs you have. Have a great day.